Hi again, fourth graders. I'm going to go over the worksheets for the remainder of the week, the 4 worksheets that you have in your packet for after the test. This is chapter 3 that we did back in the fall, and it's about nouns. And the first worksheet that you have, number 14, is common and proper nouns. And we can recall from when we learned this before that nouns name a person, place, or thing. And we sang a little noun song, a person, place, or thing, a person, place, or thing. That is what a noun is, a person, place, or thing. Say that in your head over and over. Sing it for me. I won't be able to hear you, but sing it for me. Sing it for somebody at your house. So we're going to be looking at persons, places, and things. And we are going to talk about common nouns and proper nouns. Common nouns name a specific, any person, place, or thing. Teacher, mall, chair, these are ones that are in the book. And nouns can be in the subject part of the sentence, the first part, who or what the sentence is about. They can also be in the predicate part of the sentence as a direct object, which we've learned about also, or an object of the preposition. A common noun names any person, place, or thing, and a proper noun names a specific person, place, or thing. So a common noun would be like boy, church, or book, and a proper noun in the place of that would be like Christopher, Calvary Bible Church, or Bible. It's a specific book. So that's the difference. On your worksheet that you're going to be working on worksheet number 14 today, you're going to underline 3 nouns in each sentence. Some of them might be proper nouns. Some of them might be common nouns. We will do number 1 together. It says, Emily lives in an apartment in Chicago. Okay, a person, Emily. She is a proper noun. She's got a specific name. We're talking about a specific girl named Emily. Emily lives in an apartment. An apartment is a thing. It's not a proper noun. It's just a common thing, an apartment, any apartment, in a specific city, place, Chicago. So there are our 3 nouns in sentence number 1. You're going to do that on 1 through 12. There are 3 in each sentence, some common, some proper. In 13 through 20, please pay close attention to this. You're going to write a C in the blank if the underlined noun in the sentence is common. That is just any old person, place, or thing. And you're going to write a P if it's a proper noun. We'll do 2 together to show you one of each so that you'll understand. 13 says, my birthday is in July. And July is underlined. So our little blank should have been over in front of that, and I didn't do that, but we'll put our blank out here. So July is a month. That's a thing. But this is not just the word month. This is a specific month, July. So it is a proper noun with a capital P. We will take a trip to the beach. And the word beach is underlined. So beach is a place, right? But is it a specific place? Does that start with a capital letter? It does not. That's a clue for you. If it starts with a capital letter and it's a person, place, or thing, it's going to be a proper noun. Unless it's at the beginning of the sentence, and then it could be common or proper. But this is not at the beginning of the sentence. This is a B, a lowercase b. This is a common noun. just any old beach. So you're going to do that for 13 through 20, and then down at the bottom, for extra credit, if you do write 2 sentences about what you would like to do on your next birthday and circle all the nouns, you can get extra points added to your paper. All right. The next page, page 15, is capitalization rules. And we're going to talk about some of those rules. So I'm going to sit right here and talk to you about some of those rules because they're in my book and I want to make sure I don't miss any with you. When we are capitalizing nouns, there are some rules. You capitalize the names, initials, and titles of people. So if you are talking about your teacher, Mrs. Stockdale, Mrs. Is kind of like my title. I'm a married woman, so it's Mrs. M-R-S with a capital M, and my last name, Stockdale, would start with a capital S. If you were talking about Dr. Jones, you would have a capital D for doctor and a capital J for Jones. If you were talking about your grandmother, but you're not just saying my grandmother in general, but you're talking about the name you call her. Grandma Harris. Grandma would be a capital G and Harris would be a capital H. Or Aunt Sue. You could say, my aunt is coming to visit, and that would be a lowercase a. But you can say, my Aunt Sue is coming to visit, and that would be a capital A and a capital S, because that's the name that you call her. So you would capitalize both. You also capitalize names and titles for God. God the Father would be a capital F for Father. Holy Spirit, capital H and S. The Son of God, S, capital S and capital G. Jesus, capital J. Any names for God would be capitalized. Capitalize the names of buildings. We have the White House in Washington, D.C., where the president lives and works. Would be capital W for white, capital H for house. The Empire State Building in New York City, capital E, capital S, and capital B for all 3. Empire State Building. Excuse me. You capitalize the names of streets and cities and countries and continents, states, rivers, lakes, oceans, anything like that. So you capitalize the name of your street. Our school is on Lane Avenue. It would have a capital L for Lane and a capital A for Avenue. We live in Jacksonville, Florida, capital J, capital F. We live in the United States of America. You would capitalize the capital U, the capital S, and the capital A. The St. Johns River runs through our city, capital S, capital J, capital R. Not just any river, but the specific river. And we live near the Atlantic Ocean, capital A, capital O for Atlantic and Ocean. You capitalize names of the days of the week and the months of the year and holidays. So today is Wednesday with a capital W. It is April with a capital A, 29th. And the next holiday coming up on our calendar would be Memorial Day with a capital M and a capital D. You capitalize the names of teams, businesses, and organizations. The Los Angeles Lakers, capital L, A, and L. Or because of where we live, the Jacksonville Jaguars, capital J's for both of those. And businesses like Walmart with a capital W, or Target with a capital T, or Dollar General Store, capital D, G, and S. And organizations like Congress with a capital C. Any organization would be capitalized. And then you capitalize abbreviations of proper nouns. An abbreviation is a shortened form of a word that's written with some missing letters. And we learned about abbreviations this year. We capitalize days of the week, like Wednesday, capital W-E-D, period. Or Mr., capital M-R, period. Or states, F-L, Florida. No periods, both letters are capitalized, which is different. Street, capital S, T period. The different abbreviations for streets or roads or people or places. All right. On your worksheet, that covers the rules. On your worksheet, what you're going to do in section 1 is it says it's going to mark the letters that should be capitalized using the proofreading mark. We'll go back up now so that I can show you that. So on the first one, get this where you can see me and see the paper. There we go. All right, the first one says, Governor Barnes will give a speech on Wednesday, June 11th, 2006. Well, Governor Barnes, first of all, that's the first word in a sentence, so that should be capitalized, but that's also his title, and his name is Barnes, so it should have capital B's. Will give a speech on Wednesday, that should be capitalized, June 11th. June should be capitalized. So that's how you would show those letters that need to be capitalized. And there were 1, 2, 3, 4 that needed to be capitalized in that sentence. It's going to vary. Read them carefully. If it's specific people, specific places, specific things, make sure you capitalize them. Let me see. You guys do not have your book. For section, the middle section, 6 through 17, you can try those if you want. I did not realize that you would need a page out of your book to do that from the very back of your books. So you can try those. I will not count those wrong if you get them wrong. But if you remember what they are, you go ahead and try them. They won't count against you. In the next section, look for mistakes in capitalization in the sentences. Write the letter of the line that contains a mistake. So in 18, 19, 20, and 21, one of them either has a mistake or none of them have a mistake, and then you'll choose letter D for no mistake. So in number 18, A says, my dad wrote. That's correct. B says, Senator Stevens, a letter. Well, senator should be capitalized, so that one has a mistake. So we know that should be B in that blank. Because C is right, Thanksgiving is capitalized, and D, it does have a mistake, so D would not be right. So number 18 should be letter B. And then in the bottom section, it says, write your teacher's name using correct abbreviations. I am a married woman, Mrs. Stockdale. Write your name using initials for your first and middle names. That is, don't write your first name, write the first letter of your first name, capitalized with a period, and the first letter of your middle name, and then your last name, okay? So for me, that would be, the first letter of my first name is S, the first letter of my middle name is K, so it would be S.K. Stockdale, okay? So do it that way. And then 24, write a sentence about your school, use capital letters for the proper nouns. So you're going to talk about your school, Cedar Creek Christian School. Make sure that you use the right letters for that. You're going to capitalize titles on page 16. I'm going to go on and end this video now because we're about to run out of time. And I will do a second video to cover page 16 and page 17. So I will go on and get this one ready to go, and I will see you guys in a little bit with the next video.